Happy Tuesday, everyone. This is the Captain, and welcome back to Obey No. Today we're going to be talking about a game called Overgrowth on PC, obviously. This is a game that's still in alpha stages, I believe. I think it's probably late alpha at this point. It might be early beta. And it's something that's actually a game by the company Wolfire Games. If you're not familiar with them, they haven't made a ton of games, but probably it would have been from their previous game. This is kind of the spiritual successor to it, called Lugaru, which was this game about these kind of anthropomorphic rabbits. It was kind of focused on the combat, making something that was really kind of quick and brutal, something that was kind of more natural than just punch, kick, block, that sort of thing here. This is their next effort. It's definitely, a lot more updated. I think Lugaru came out back in 2005. So I mean, it definitely is a kind of system that needed a little bit of an update. But they've actually released this. It's something you can actually pre-order on their website. I'll put a link to that in the description below. I definitely recommend you check it out. It's a great game. They're actually the company that started the Humble Bundle. They put out the first one. The spin-off company that actually handles the Humble Bundles now is still kind of a spin-off of their company. And so they do a lot of good things, and so definitely worth checking out. So like I said, watch in the description below. As far as the game itself, it's early alpha, so I have run into quite a few issues with things crashing, maps not loading correctly, frame rate issues, that sort of thing, but it does run very well, and they have a lot of the work as far as animation and that sort of thing down. So I mean, it's very good animation, very good physics system to begin with. At the moment, just so you guys are aware, kind of buyer beware warning, they don't really have any kind of campaign set up yet. It's something they're still working on. That's kind of what's still holding that back in the alpha status rather than being like an early beta. But they do actually include a full level editor here, which is kind of cool. So I believe it's the level editor that they use from what I could just find on the sites and all that. Basically, you can load in items here. And it takes a second to load up here. Like I said, early alpha still. And basically, you can drop these kind of things in. I can add in more blocks, edit them, move them around, put them wherever I need them to be. You can also add in, like, let me get pulled up real quick here. Enemies, for example, if you like to try making your own levels. It's a very flexible editor so far. I've been having quite a bit of fun with it, but... Oh, shit. But the combat is very fast-paced. It's all based around clicks, and the nice thing about this, and what's really kind of makes it the most unique, is that the damage system actually isn't like a health bar or health points. Here I am dead. It's actually based around a skeletal system. So as you can see, you can take quite a few hits, that much, but as soon as they hit what would be like a death blow, like a breaking neck or enough damage to skeletal structures, like there, for example, I think that was just enough broken bones that it put me over the edge, then that's actually when that kind of kicks in, and that's what's counted as a defeat. And kind of a neat feature too is if you actually have stuff started while you're still in the level editor, they do have an AI that kicks in. They can actually go pick up weapons, that sort of thing, for example. So I'm getting this pulled up. But the nice thing about that is they actually wouldn't really end up with a skeletal system. Is you can actually, when you're doing a somersault, for example, I'll see if I can do it. Let's see, that's a fail. One more time. Oh, come on. I've done it plenty of times on accident. The one time I want to show somebody, it just doesn't want to cooperate. Oh, nice. Oh, come on. Well, I'm just going to demonstrate it, but you can actually, if you do a somersault wrong and you end up landing on your neck, you can actually break your own neck just trying to evade enemies and that sort of thing. And it's happened to me on accident on a few times on occasion. I can't demonstrate it right now, but basically during that somersault animation, if it hits while you're on your head, it will actually kill you, and you can actually fall during somersaults and that sort of thing. But as I was saying before here, it's a very good physics system. You have kind of a Assassin's Creed style, I guess you could say, kind of almost a parkour system where you can kind of run up things, you can run on the sides of structures, and being that you are an anthropomorphized, I have such a hard time with that word, rabbit, you actually do have quite a large jump as well. A lot of the demo maps they had, they have quite a few that are built like this. I mean, this is all something I can I can actually click and move all these structures in here. So it's all built with that level editor. A lot of these here are built around kind of being able to navigate around, since they don't have any kind of story or that sort of thing built into it. But a lot of, oh man. Oh, I played that level a couple times. I thought I knew where that was. I was gravely mistaken. But you can even move it around your own spawn and stuff like that. But yeah, it's something that is, like I said, still early alpha, but it's a ton of fun, especially when you can kind of make your way around these huge levels. So far, the graphic system, some of the texture work isn't the greatest, but just the way that they handle lighting and everything, it just really leads to some really gorgeous scenery. So I'm going to back out to the main menu for a second here. I'm just kind of going over the basics of the game right now. This is something here I really didn't know until I got a little bit into it. There's a huge community already of modders and map makers, that sort of thing, that have kind of revolved around this. When you first install this just off of Wolfire's website, you're actually going to end up at this kind of a screen here with just these basic maps. These are just kind of empty maps. There's some of them, like I said, with like the Red Stars one is the one I just had up. And some of the other ones have some kind of like a parkour kind of trying to get around, get to these Easter eggs they have hidden around, which are literal Easter eggs that they have there that you try to get to, just as kind of some basic objectives for now. But there's a ton of people who are making custom maps out there. You obviously can go out and just download the files, install them manually, that sort of thing. But there's actually something called SUM Launcher, SUM Launcher, and I'll put a link to that in the description as well. If you do end up picking this up, I definitely recommend installing that. It's a simple installer. After you boot that up, make sure you have Overgrowth downloaded first. You basically just run this setup that actually will install all the files you need to actually add in, and this is actually just a mod that actually adds this to the main menu. But all these custom levels, I think it's several hundred at least, the community has made, and it kind of compiles it. You run the SUM Launcher, it will actually let you update to the newest alpha. Otherwise, you kind of have to go to their forum, find the latest thread, download it. It's a little bit clunkier, and it will actually automatically update all these maps as well and add in new maps regularly. So that's something to definitely look out for. If you do end up picking up the game. If you'd like to take a look at it yourself, it is $29.95 on their website right now. I picked it up quite a while ago. I'm not sure if that will change at all. I'll put that in the description. When I picked that up previously as well, you actually do get a bonus game receiver, and that's something I actually want to show you guys in the future as well, which is like a first-person shooter where you have to manually like pull out the clip, put bullets in every time you reload, and it's kind of a randomized map and randomized story every time you play. It's another really neat thing that's coming out of them. It was for like a daily challenge, or not daily challenge, but it was from one of those challenge websites, and they eventually kind of developed it into its own game. But that's actually coming as a bonus with that right now as well. So definitely something to check out. Again, the links will be in the description. And again, as I said before, if you like the video, it gives us a huge help if you can like, favorite, leave comments, whatever you feel comfortable doing there. It really helps us show up higher in those suggested videos and search results, which is a huge help. Also find us, and I'll leave links in the description to this as well, on Facebook at Overgrowth, and that's something, again, links will be below, and on Twitter as well. I will leave regular updates whenever new videos are coming out, kind of little tidbits. I tweeted, I think, about my new monitor I got today, as well as whenever I'm streaming, it will actually be through those that I'll give those warnings until I can get a good little demo video to put up on YouTube whenever I'm streaming. So yeah, just definitely make sure to check us out. One thing I've been failing to mention in the previous videos is we do actually have a phone number that's tied to this that I made when I initially signed up for this email and account. So actually, if you'd like, and what I'm going to start doing in the future, if you call 2 Overgrowth, and I'll actually leave that in the links below as well. You can actually leave a voicemail for me. It's just a voicemail. It's not going to ring anywhere. And I'll leave a updated voicemail message here, kind of question of the week, that sort of thing from time to time. But for now, if you want to call that, leave a message. Leave your thoughts on either the video for that day, leave thoughts on something that you want me to talk about at the end of the week, or any kind of suggestions, that sort of thing. Any good sound bites if you want to give like a news tips, that sort of thing. If I find anything really great in there, I will include that at the weekend show, and give a shout out to whoever had left that message. So be sure to leave that audio, and as well as your name or username, however you want to format that. So yeah, just make sure to check that out. Again, links will be down in the description below, and thanks for watching. You have a great rest of your Tuesday.